Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Yeah, looks like things are coming in great. Hello, hello. My name is Adam, and I am bringing you a live stream of sorts. Specifically, the reason why I'm choosing to live stream today is because what we're working on is the player lobby for the game Benthos. Benthos is a game that I'm currently working on, and I am specifically going to be showcasing my process working on the player lobby. It's kind of like the perfect thing for me to live stream here, because compared to things like a lot of programming stuff or technical things related to the submarine, where it's just me staring at the screen, I found that my process when it comes to working on the actual, level building stuff is pretty easy to commentate through, especially since I can kind of explain my thought process throughout it all. But yeah, I guess for context, or not context, I guess how things will work is that typically as I'm building this level, I don't have the lighting on like this. I'm actually working on the level with lighting disabled, like so. So this is what you'll be seeing a lot of the time. And whenever I need to check to see what things would look like when I turn things off, I can just, turn the lighting off here. And to kind of go over what we're making here, we are making the player lobby. And what I want there to be in the player lobby is a couple of things. I specifically have a notepad here of all the things that I have that I want to put in here. If I pull that up on the other screen here, yes, okay. It's things that should exist in the lobby. If I miss something, let me know. But the idea we have in mind is that there is a player terminal in the center here. This is where players will be able to select missions and things of that sort. All of this is very mock-up-y, white boxy, so expect things to change. And I'm gonna say white box a lot, so to kind of say what that means. White boxing simply refers to the process of laying out the scene before I actually go in there and put in finalized models. So technically, that's why everything is this checkerboard pattern. And if I actually click on something in this lobby here, you'll see these are all just planes. That alone will stay the same, but this makes it easier for me to be able to lay out the level. Hopefully that is clear. I feel like I should slightly lower the music just so I can hear myself here. Yeah, it looks like things are coming in through. Okay. Yeah, but right now I have it kind of in my mind where the lobby's based off the Deep Rock Galactic / Helldivers lobby. So there should be a lot of things in here for players to do and all sorts of things like that. In the center, we have the mission selection screen. Over here, we have individual player rooms. You can see right now I only have one room made, and this glitchiness here is because this is a block out of the inner room. You can see I have it labeled here, but the idea I have in mind is that this is a player bed. This would be like a mirror and a sink. This is a toilet. This is a little cabinet. This would be like a little poster. This, you can see, is slightly transparent here. The idea I have in mind is that this would be a mirror of sorts, with this being a placeholder terminal thingy. I use this to represent things that will be interactable. So in this case, it would be like a closet. You interact with this, you change your character's appearance, and then you'd be able to walk over here and see yourself. Right now, though, if I go over here and swap to 2 players, you can see here's this other guy. Say hello there. Thank you. But yeah, the idea would be that, like, oh, you just swapped your skin to something else, you look in the mirror and you see yourself. Pretty neat. Anyway, yes. The idea I have right now is that this area will be generally like the player's living quarters. For every single player that exists, they would have their own room. Since this game can have up to 4 players, there should be 4 rooms. And if the room isn't in use, the door will be locked, but otherwise, 4 rooms there. Once you exit out of the room, immediately within your line of sight, there should be a player shop area, a mission select area, and this thing over here, the player elevator. or lobby checkpoint elevator. I won't go too much into specifics of how this is all going to work within the actual game. The idea with the elevator is that there's actually going to be numerous different player lobby checkpoints, and you essentially pick which area you start from, and then you take a elevator to that point to start the run from there. To go into this room, this is the submarine kind of housing chamber. The idea is that in this room, you'd be able to customize the submarine itself, and also be able to start runs from this area as well. Though, a lot of that I'm still working on. Over here, I'm thinking of having some shops for player customization, and submarine, player customization, tools, and submarine upgrades over there as well. Yeah. Let's see, do I have anything? I think I'm gonna be swapping things around, specifically this glass panel here. I was actually thinking of having it be like, oh, this is a player customization here, but I'm gonna kind of swap a lot of things out. I can back up my changes here, so let me make sure I do that. Yeah, okay. Let me just, quick backup. And I'm backing things up. We're using Azure DevOps here, but I have a custom wire to connect with GitHub Desktop, so I can push and pull from GitHub Desktop, and it connects to Azure. So it's a pretty helpful workflow, I might say. Anyway, I guess we can just get started here. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, there goes my little 7-minute introduction. Let's do this here. Actually, let's do this one. Okay. So, first thing first, my problem right now is that this central elevator here isn't feeling very central. I originally designed this level with this thing being in the center, but the problem I realize is that having this be in the center means that it becomes not apparent where players go to select their missions. And that way, I can also redirect players. Let's say, like, oh, players, do they need to go to the shop? They can see everything within the line of sight. That's the idea. You can see the mission select, customization here, shop, all that stuff. And then the details can be scattered throughout. But it's really important from a design perspective that people can immediately see, like, some identifiable things to, like, head towards. But yeah, I guess I could start by just moving these guys here. You'll notice it's a lot of clicking. The reason why I'm not using some like terrain tool thing or things like that is because this is an interior, it's a lot more modular the way we do these things here. Let's grab this little fence here. Just railing. And right now I don't have the current filtering applied for like PSX stuff, so if you notice, things are a lot more sharper in the lines and things like that. But right now I don't really want to open that level up at the moment to trigger that, since we don't have it automatically set up to apply those visuals, since I was still kind of 50-50 on whether or not I wanted the PSX filtering to be a thing. But I actually like it enough to where I'm probably gonna keep it. Okay. Do that. Yeah, I probably want to grab the ceiling part too, as well. Blam. It's gonna be glitchy here. The reason why we have these planes up here is because for the fog effect that we have to work properly, there needs to be like some sort of end point for it to kind of respond to. Otherwise, it would just appear as black. Actually, I don't know how true that is now that I think about it. There is a skybox right now, so that might be impacting that. Sick. Okay. trying to, like, get another way of, like... Okay. I'm gonna do this. It's gonna cause a lot of glitchy and overlappy stuff. That's fine. Just trying to get this centered. Be like right about there. Oh yeah, I like that positioning more coherent. Now I gotta delete this stuff that's currently overlapping. AKA flickering. AKA don't worry about it. Dun, dun, dun. Then Control C, Control V. Cover up that. Move this forward. Oh yeah, I should move the lights. So these lights are probably going to be changed to begin with. But just throw them in here for now. Just gonna move these lights, wall stuff over to the side. Yeah, something like that. I'll accept that it's not going to be the most perfect right now. But let me at least try to patch this up so I can get a vibe. I do like this. Probably move you. Or delete you. I realize I should probably at least be able to see. Get rid of all this for now. We'll deal with this after. Especially because I'm kind of like tearing down a lot of stuff that I had previously done, which is why I was kind of knowing this would be something I would want to stream in the first place, because this is going to be real tedious work. Not tedious, just like, I don't like how that looked before. Start over again. Let's see. I do like that more. Probably. Yeah, because you also have to consider the POV of someone exiting from these central rooms here. Move this closer. You could see how I messed up the ceiling. The ceiling's slightly off. Luckily, it's gonna be dark enough to where that shouldn't be immediately, like, noticeable. So annoying. Okay, something like that. I see. Hold on. Slightly skirt that up. There we go. Perfect. Now I can delete you. Push you guys up like so. Okay. And you can see what I'm talking about when I mean when there's gaps, you can slightly see them. Trippy. Let me pull up some reference images I have on the side here. Like something like this. Okay. Because now I'm thinking about how I want to handle lighting. Like, generally speaking. Because I could do something like red up above. Because I've been pretty consistently using orange as the primary, like, spooky color. So it could be something like up above here. Like originating from center. Yeah. The light can't be overlapping too many things or it kind of breaks what we're going for. Yeah. Problem is if I want there to be a light up here for it to be like ominous or things like that. I think it could work. Yeah. I guess it's pretty easy to get too ahead of myself when it comes to the lighting. I'm still thinking about other stuff. Okay. Mission stuff here. I need to swap the side that this is on. And to do that, hello submarine. I'll redo your texture soon, trust. But additionally here. Something like this. Drag it to the other side now. Something like that. I'm like thinking of the window from Five Nights at Freddy's 3, if that one pops into your mind. The one where you're like, yeah, you see like Springtrap running past here. Yeah, because I'm thinking like this shop area could theoretically be connected with this room here. With this second floor being like the deployment. Something like that. Reference images, my favorite. Okay. Also, no, I sent some reference images, to the server I'm in. Let me look at those. Okay, I think I have an idea. Something like he's railing here, like keeps going, maybe. Alongside. They're gonna glitch out and be annoying, but that's whatever. What degree is this in? 45 even? Okay. Oh yeah, perfect. It'll like just pixel perfect go over those bars there. Trying to add some like depth, because I'm thinking about this facility and like how it would be used by the people who once inhabited this place. But come on, don't be like that. I could probably lower it slightly just so it fits better. I guess for now, it's not that big a deal. Can I name these things? No, they're just column metal support. Thank you, Past Adam. Because I want to see... Luckily, I think I could just literally select all of them and lower them ever so slightly. There we go. Sick. Crushed fence. Ain't easy being cheesy. A wise man once said that. Maybe that I move myself like there. It's fine, I guess. For now. If that messes with your OCD, sorry. I don't like it either, but people do. See, that fits. Yeah, this is terrible. We don't have a proper fence curving. But, what do you gotta do about it? I'm curious to see what this all looks like. So, here's hoping this does... You know, I just realized what this reminds me of. What I'm doing with this upper fencing here. It reminds me of the one Ultra Kill level, where you go around, filling trees up with, giving blood to trees, if that rings any bells to people. But this is the exact upper railing part of the level. The part that makes it really confusing to try to speedrun because of the verticality. There we go. Funny thing is, I'm gonna immediately turn the lighting back on and be like, oh right, I can't see any of the changes I just made because it's still dark. I think after this I'll try to figure out the lighting situation a bit. I mean, I do know if I straight up looked for this, but I couldn't find it, but I want to have like a man versus machine placeholder, like an upgrade station, just so I can have a reference for this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that makes sense. I probably should keep going. Not over the glass, but maybe have railing up here as well. Maybe? I mean, I like the idea. Okay. Let's look at the lighting. Oh, right. I have you unaffected by lighting right now. Hold on. Yeah, me setting it to be affected by global light's gonna technically mess something up in the submarine, which future Adam will deal with. Probably just make a different grade material. For that. Okay, but yes, now it's all dark. Let me grab you. Hello? Can I grab on you, pretty please? It's not letting me grab. There we go. Do I have you labeled as anything? Elevator light. Okay. Yeah, I think I need just like a good facility reference for like lighting right now. Because I could like super duper scale it up, but you'll see in a moment. For some reason it doesn't like me dragging it out. Like if I do 2000? Too big. Something like that. Oh, maybe I can have it be that these are like lights up here going along the surface. See myself. Maybe. Let me look at some more references. For context of what I'm looking at right now, I'm looking at some Quake map stuff. Well, I guess, okay, think of what's being showcased here first. So, let's say we have the man versus machine MVM upgrade station. let's say we had that sitting in the center here. And the MVM upgrade station, for those who don't know, is literally just this thing right here. So maybe I can block that out first. Because I'm imagining it almost like one of those inner shop areas here. Like, let's see, I cut out this, and push it in a bit, like so. In the same way as we do it over here. Actually, it should probably be... Yeah, no, it seems fine. Okay. And then I like grab for you guys. Something like that. Or, you know, I'm also thinking of like security breach right now. This could be, that could also be a good reference. Security breach actually has pretty good environment design in my opinion. FNAF security breach. Yeah, I don't like that gap up there though. That's being annoying. Underground facility. I'm thinking of FNAF, security breach, underground lab. Yeah. Maybe not that underground, but the area where these guys lived in. Parts and service. There we go. Ooh. I'm seeing something. I'm seeing something. Yeah, the lights being down there actually make a lot more sense. I should probably do the same over there. But what is the most center of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're the center. So let's grab your position, paste it, move you down. Grab this position, paste, move you to the perfect corner here, and then just kind of pop you forward like this. It's getting a little bit glitchy because it's messing with these lights. I'll delete you for now, so you can freely. What? Okay. Whatever. Fine. Yeah. Grab you. Okay. Yeah, I think I should also just figure out general area lighting, too. Like, are there big strobe lights up above? What's lighting up this area? Because even though it's moody and cool, there should still be, you know, lights here and there. Guess I can put up lights up there. Get started. Do that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so I think 5 is the best middle point. So grab this location here. And who are you getting overridden by? You? Ah, this room. Okay. And it would probably make sense for there to be a light, like, right there, and right there. Okay. Oh, well, those are some logs. What's that? Oh, that's fine. Okay. Well, I like that a bit better. More reference images. Right, I mentioned man versus machine thing. I'm literally just gonna throw in a cube here. Add in shape cube. Put that there. Just to make sure it snaps properly along everything there. Paste you there. Get the correct block out material. Apply it to you. Okay. grab this static light here. I said grab. There we go. Throw you back here. Just so you're clearly the center focus. And like this MVM thing here would probably just be like, I don't know, big shop. So like something wide, like so. Maybe like places where people can chill at, sit up there. Let's see, you would be do that, flatten you out, something like this. I guess the question is, what is being sold to them? Maybe it's like some big machine that has a big tube leading to the surface. No, since this is supposed to be the inside of like a checkpoint station that's attached to like a mega facility up above on some satisfactory space elevator type thing. So maybe you like go up to the surface, drag and drop you there. This big chassis here would be like wide like so. There we go. Fix the light real quick here. If I can do that by grabbing you, pixel light. There we go. Okay, now grab you. So lights on the side there. So just to make it the most noticeable thing on the planet. Blam, blam, and maybe even have like a. Oh yeah, you're broken. These are probably too big. Or did this thing break it, or did that break on its own? No, okay. It was this. Yeah, hold your horses. Get a little bigger. Probably do blam, blam, and then have like a sort of spotlight in the center that is facing directly towards this thing here, like so. You let me click on you. Oh my god. Why? Unreal Engine, I swear to god. I want to click on a light. If I click on this icon, Unreal Engine, it should be the equivalent of clicking on any other widget. It should just let me click on it. But no. This is... Well, you get to hear what it's like when I'm getting frustrated at Unreal Engine at the most minor of things, but it is severely annoying when this does happen. Ta-da! Okay. Yeah, something like that. Big shop area here. And if anything... Why are you pitch black? That's weird. Is there not? Oh, you're broken again. What? Ah, it's this thing, isn't it? Yep, you're too big for your own good. Time to annihilate you. Blam. Like so. Pixel lights. You're encroaching upon my right. Sorry about that. I can shrink you down a bit. Doesn't seem to like it. Okay. No. Hold on. Okay. What I would say, maybe these two lights are a bit unnecessary to have be as big as they are. Maybe set the radius to something really tiny. 151. Sure. Didn't fix all lights? Because someone is messing with this dude and he's making him very upset. I guess same could be said for the light over here too. Hold on, okay. Light is big, covers up this whole circular area here. It's overlapping with this thing. So if I just slightly... There we go. Now for you. The lights underneath are messing with you, okay. You're overlapping with those two. Oh, is it over here? Okay. Well, there's that light. But I'm kind of annoyed. I want it to be able to, like, shine to the ground. I guess what I can try doing is grab you and make you like a angled light. Have you facing towards the floor. As you the things that are annoying you, I thought deleting these underside ones would help with that. But I guess you're the problem right now up here. You dare get rid of my music. I guess I'll swap to this one. Yeah, okay. Still don't like... I feel like it was good before. Something else messed with it. I mean, I guess it's fine. Can't get too annoyed over that. Still feels a bit too dark for my liking here. Because I could do, like, general, like, shenanigans, like, oh, make there be a basic amount of light in the entire zone here, and the lighting is more subtle, but I don't like that at all. Having it be pure dark means I can be way more selective about what I do versus don't want to show. Shade color. Pull off. Oh yeah, this is just how strong the light falls off. As you hold your horses, maybe now I want to enable PSX shenanigans. Get a vibe. Don't ask questions, I won't answer them. Just kidding. We use a PSX asset pack to do a lot of the visual shenanigans. And it just so happens that we've been experimenting with using some of the default settings they have enabled. And yeah. Okay. Let's see. I see. This needs to be, like, engraved in a wall of some sort. If anything, this should be, like, pushed back a bit. It does this. Does this. Okay. Grab you. Was it that you? Yeah, and then have it be like, ooh, secret way to go over here. Like, yeah. Something like that. That's weird. There isn't like an easy way to connect to it. I think it's because there's like a slight gap. Guess it's fine. Honestly, okay, hold on. Hold your horses. Are you holding them? Because now I'm going to fill in this wall. Daring, I know. God, it's not in sync. Wait, what? Why are you not pushed? Something is off here. Why is there a slight gap? Why? You know what? Game developer solution. Bam. You see that? Replay that one more time. Blam. And scoot you right there. See? Nobody's gonna notice anything. Just don't look at that weird... Hold on, I could do a better job. I don't know. Forget it. For now, it's fine. Because I'll just have you control it like that. There we go. No. Okay. Something like that. Something like that. Maybe push you back a little. Okay, so we now have like a shop area. This technically isn't centered correctly. I can fix that. Hold up. Yeah, hold on. There's gap there. Okay. It would be better to push this one. And see, I feel like a lot of this could be solved by just scooting you over. Yeah. Center you here. Like so. Okay. And I think using that upgrade station as a reference was a good idea. That light's broken right now. You're too high up. Yeah, something like you're a shop, and then if I want to go to a different room, I could go through here. Making things feel, you know, interconnected. Okay. Do I have snacks? No, that's fine. Okay. It's Friday, I'm supposed to get work done. That's my job. Okay, so I imagine there will be multiple... Or at least, I'm gonna start off by having multiple shops like these. Okay, and this, I'm assuming this light broke because it's too big and probably overstepped its whatever. Hold on. Yeah. Bro, I make a slight move here and all of a sudden your radius is insane. Yeah. Maybe that's it. I just need to make it smaller, more selective, and just have multiple lights instead of having really big ones. Like, I don't know, so the like, instead of having one big light, it's technically a bunch of lights like this. Because of how things are optimized, technically this should be fine to do something like this. I would turn off this glowing point here, though this is right now something I'm using to make it easier for me to identify points I've slapped down, you know? Ooh, never mind. Shrink that down to like 50. 200? $300. There we go. Are you breaking anything else? You're breaking those central ones. Yeah. What? I thought I shrunk you down. Oh, the bottom one isn't shrunk. Yeah. Something like that. Go over here. Buy your stuff. Mission's already selected. One of your party members did that, so you run over here. And it's like, alright, let's, if there's something you want to customize for the submarine, you would go over here. Otherwise, you're ready to deploy. Which, in that case, I should probably make it you go down, not up. Because I do like the idea of having multiple rooms that the players can potentially access. Maybe I could have the ladders go both way. Yeah, that might be it. Yeah. Because I like having, like, oh, you can look at the submarine from over here. You know? You can see the dark, murky water below. Oh yeah, I can now go over here as well. Cool. Yeah, this is really cool, having this, like, upper POV. And if someone wants to start parkouring up here, they can, which I think is fun. Just giving people little things to mess around with while in the lobby. Perfect. So what do I want to follow up with here now? I think the idea here is fine. Most of the other detailing, like, actually, here's something. I know there's multiple player rooms, so I may as well do multiple lights here. I do have, like, dynamic lights as well, which I'm gonna need to be very selective about, because if you notice right now when I do static lights are no different than baking the light into the environment. But for the player themselves, the reason why I'm orange isn't because of the light here, but because I slapped a dynamic light outside just so I can get a epic thumbnail. But, like, in the darkness, it's just, you know, dark. So I need to be careful about how I use the selective thing. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you're a dynamic light. You're a dynamic light. Hold on. I'm gonna Control-C, Control-V. Let me do something like this, actually. I do technically have one type of light I can use. I think it's a light called a caustic light. Let's see if I can find it. No, caustic is for underwater. No, I can find it. Field light. Yes, that's what it is. And a field light is literally just a circle that lights up anything that it overlaps. It's probably like the most dynamic thing I can use, but also it's a bit evil. Because I can't really test anything with it. Yeah, I've never used these field lights, because truth be told, they seem like they're something I would use for like projectiles and things like that, because you can only have one type of field light. All field lights must be the same color, and while they are dynamic in nature, there's only so many like things I can modify about an individual field light. So, yes. Okay, anyway, I have player rooms kind of all lined up here. Okay. Yeah. You're a player. You walk out here. Mission. Yeah. I think, like, very specific stuff, like, oh, adding fun room things. Or whatever. That's all part of the lobby. But I'm intentionally designing things open-endedly. So I can fill in the empty space. Like, this room. I probably won't get rid of this room, but maybe this is like an arcade zone. That might be fun. Yeah. Because I want the submarine customization thing to be in an area where the submarine faces towards you. It's something I haven't thought of, but maybe there should be like a big light shining on the sub in this room. Though I do like the moody lighting of the sub. Tough choice. Yeah, I might keep this room as like an arcade room though. And even keep the glass. That could be fun. Game room. Yeah, maybe like there's like an underground area players enter sub from. I don't know. Get a sip of water and think. Okay. There's so many different things to choose from. I just need to pick one and commit. Kinda wish I could grab a Red Bull or something. Energy. Okay, you know what? Here's this. I either can work on the deployment zone. Actually, I guess the deployment zone's the only real next thing I can work on. It's either that or lighting. The lighting should come secondary because I can just turn it off and work on sculpting the environment. Okay. Yeah, so let me work on whatever my deal is with this room. Because I like... yeah, okay, this is the submarine customization room. I can copy over the layout from over here. Grab you. Okay. Is there even... I'll just copy over this for now. And like cut out this.
Your fiction, taken from thee. Us will tell you when to make yourself a hero.
No. Little things like that don't matter right now. Okay, submarine customization room can feel a bit claustrophobic, that's fine. If anything, if it's gonna be claustrophobic, it should be really, like, small. And then, if anything, where's the half thing? Like you, grab you, 90, 90, get you there. Come on. Oh. Perfect. 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 Okay. And then from there, grab all of you. Control C, Control V. 180. Whoa. Seizure warning. Yeah. Now I have two opposite ends. Okay. Run over here. It says, I wish I could view this. Okay. Hi. Hello there. I don't know when that person said hi, but hi. For some reason, when I try to play back my phone, it doesn't like it. So I low-key have not been aware of any chat thing. Hold on. Okay. This room here exists. I'm okay with having an upstairs area so someone could access the rebar if they want to do like... That's what it is. That's what it is. Brain blast. Okay, 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 okay. The purpose of this entire upper area is simply to have it be a parkour zone, so people could access new areas they wouldn't normally be able to access. Right? Stay with me. I think that's a cool idea. What kind of game are you making? I am making a co-op submarine exploration game about getting to the bottom of an alien ocean. It's a game where you and your friends manage a submarine and try to make it to the core of this big, scary planet. Right now, I am working on the player lobby. I also have like a lot of FAQ stuff in the description as well, so that's helpful. Yeah. Okay. Hold on, let me turn lighting back on here. VP ambiance. Do that. I do like this kind of glowy vibe here. So this is where the submarine customization happens. I guess the next big thing should be mission deployment, where you start the mission. A part of me feels like mission start. I had it written down in my notes that this area, instead of it being an arcade thing, would be like, okay, you customize your submarine here, and then you go over here to deploy on the mission. But something about that feels annoying, especially if it's like, oh, you need to go running back and forth between one end to the other. So, yeah. I think having the underside here... Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah. Having the underside here be like the deployment zone could work. Maybe it's like there's a hatch here and there's a tube that comes up. Yeah, let me try to throw that in here. See how that looks. Because technically the hatch that we have for the submarine is a separate object from the pure, like, base foundation. The base frame, as you may call it. And that's intentional, in case we end up wanting to, like, move around where the player enters / exits the submarine from. Okay, copy you. No. Copy you. Paste you. Okay. Something like this, maybe? Is this even the center point? Now that I think about it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So it would be 7. The middle point is between these. Actually, no. I think I have the correct middle point. Submarine's just not centered, sadly. Yeah. Yeah, maybe have it be something like this. I think that makes sense. And then maybe, or, yeah, maybe there's like an underside, like glass observation area. Maybe, like from here to here. Because we haven't done that many submarine-y things in this lobby yet. Yeah, maybe... I'm trying to think of, like, the... Catwalk? Catwalk. There's, like, a thing for, like, real-life spaceships, where if you, like, want to enter a not a submarine, a spaceship from the, like, hangar, they have, like, a pathway you walk on. I'm trying to think of, like, an underwater observation point. I hate all the, I was about to claim this was AI generated, but I see a lot of AI generated, like, underwater stuff when I try to look up source images, and it's the worst. Yeah, I've done some dev stuff before, but in Unity, not Unreal. Same here. I've actually done a few games on Unity, though this project is technically the first project I've done in Unreal, though I think I'm pretty familiar with it at this point. There's still a lot of stuff I haven't used, but yeah. Okay, why are you glitching out? That's because you're clipping. That's fine. Okay. So... it could be that, like, there's, like, a glass thing here, maybe? Maybe MI lobby glass. Yeah, like that. I'm thinking of, like, Godzilla. It's Godzilla. There is a scene in Godzilla where they're on some sort of underwater submarine battle cruiser, and they have to, like, turn off all their guns to stop Godzilla from being mad at them for some reason. And in that scene, they had, like, this kind of out of view, like, underwater observation point. Okay. I can't think of it. Maybe it's just something like this. I have a glass viewing out. Then there's like a point here. Maybe there's like a add basic shapes. Hold on. What? No. That one. Maybe make it like, oh, there's a couple of buttons here that players can select to go for it. Oh, something like this. Get a flashback to when I did Purge for Purpose Destroy. Okay, maybe something like that, and then there's like a big ol', like, I don't know. Big elevator here. Oh. Maybe it's like a... this is the elevator you stand on. I don't know if you've seen it before. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, the players stand on this. Because I feel like having a lot of different, like, hoops and ladders to get the run started can also help add some gravitas to it all. So, I'm fine with it being a bit dramatic. Like, I'm thinking of, like, in Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, they also had something similar. Actually, yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking of. Space... This thing. Not that one. This thing. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, something like this. And then maybe that. Oh, that's not centered. Oh, that's really annoying. I don't like that at all. Every night, goodbye to yesterday, greeted by today, smiling to tomorrow, around everything else. It can be hard to say alone. I know how you feel. Okay. Something like this. And try to center you, please. Like, that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. It's a little... It's not perfectly center. Pretty much is. And if anything, I should probably use some, like, halves. Just to kind of space this out. Winds go by. There we go. Just need to throw this in here just so it's like still lined up with everything else. Debug command to be able to swim. I should make it so you could swim in the lobby. That'd be funny. Though, technically there is a reason why we have it so you can't. Because technically swimming isn't triggered by you entering a body of water. It's just triggered... When you exit the submarine, trigger swim. When you enter the submarine, no longer trigger swim. Because there's no other scenario where you should be swimming in the first place. That could change if we have, like, underground walkable zones, which, you know, isn't out of the question, but that's something It could be... Hold on. Who emailed me? Yes. Way away. Okay. Anyway. Where was I? I love it when emails throw me off. Said no one ever. There we go. Now then. Right, I was immediately hit by the fact that this is too long to be able to start a mission. Yeah, because now it's like, okay, I go to interact with this. What if I don't need to? What if I don't need to customize the submarine? What if I just want to go for it? Now what? What if that room I just made, I have it be up here? Like, literally, this is the drop point. And then it drops you down. I don't know if dropping down there makes sense. Because I have written notes here for what I wanted to do. Because I have this part that's like elevator, hangar, shop, player start. And again, I had the mission start over there. I mean, no matter what, I know someone would select the mission here. I mean, honestly, I could also just make this central elevator be the mission start. Like, you enter this, and then you're able to, like, deploy. Yeah. But then, I'd still want there to be, like, a elevator to go between checkpoint stations. Though I guess the assumption would be that you would automatically be taken to the starting location. Yeah, they serve the same role. It's just, I have this saying where I want it to be where whatever checkpoint station you were last at, like, let's say you just docked in a lava zone. I want it to be like you look out the window and you literally see the underwater environment you were just in, which is why I have this flat plane here, because I'm planning on faking it through having, like, instead of a whole world box, it's just maybe there's like a projected image onto this image here. Though I guess I could always change. And looking outside of the box here is kind of trippy. Let me move you there. Scoot you over ever so slightly. Yeah, something like that. Okay. I think if that's the case, this is going to be how you start missions. Because then that way the hangar's purpose is purely for upgrading submarine, in which case I already have it where if you're going to buy an item for some reason, you would go from the central area here to either over here or over there. Yeah. Gives you a chance to look at the submarine. Go over here, submarine customization. If you wanted to mess around and do parkour stuff, you go upstairs and you navigate all around up there. Yeah, this is definitely coming together now. Okay, start mission here. I gotta mess with what you see when you look up here. Clean up this roof. Whoa. Right, okay, I know. I made all of this stuff up here specifically to be framed around this. I'm just gonna move this all. Get down. And before you ask, is there a quicker way to do this? There is not. Sorry. This is what I mean when I say a lot of this work is tedious. But it's also modular, which means that this is easily quicker than, let's say I 3D modeled this entire environment, then threw it in engine, and I'm like, ah, shit, I don't like this. That would be so much time spent just removing things, all that stuff. Whereas here, I can literally just, you know, go, bam, which is so nice. Like, cannot be undersaid how nice that is. Okay, grab. Grab all these faces here. Blam. Well, clicking's fun. If you like Minecraft, be a level designer. I think level design is actually one of my, like, something I really respect and I find personally fun to do. My biggest problem with it is more that I know I could spend so much time on level design, and as someone who's also responsible for everything else in developing Benthos, it can also be like a risk where it's like, well, our biggest programmer guy is spending all his time right now doing level design because no one else here is necessarily specialized in that. And I also know exactly how I want it to be. So, you know, it's a whole thing. Okay, grab you. Down. Okay, where do I even get a good viewpoint for this? I guess from here. Yes, I know, you're glitching out over there. Okay. No, that's it. I just clean up the corners here, but like, that's how it's supposed to look, pretty much. Okay. Down. Hey, where'd my music go? There we go. Down. Down. Okay, there we go. Okay, better. Now to patch up these dang holes. And there's so many holes. Too many. Speaking of, I realize this is like the perfect time to delete all this stuff up here. And then work backwards. Backwards. Okay. Grab this, move you down. God, what is even going on over here? Okay. I don't know how you guys are following all this. I feel like I have to really hyperfixate my brain just to be able to keep track of all the little... Why are you off? Ugh. Why? I don't like that over here. It's more weird that if it is... Oh. Oh no, I just messed it up entirely. I shifted it one too far to the left. Okay, fine. Gotta go back to the exact moment I have everything selected. The exact moment. Can't miss it. Congrats! Congrats on your video. Oh boy. Brain, don't fail me. What was I looking at? Okay. Do that. Thank God I cranked up the undo limit for Unreal. Oh, there we go. Yeah, now I can see how exactly I got things off. There we go. Okay, how do I do this now? How do I assess this? Was that gap always there? Hold on. Redo. Unreal Engine redo. Shortcut. Control Y. Okay. Control Y. Redo don't do shit. Okay. Whatever. It's fine. Because I guess instead... Here. Just continue this down. Unless I'm gonna figure out that it was actually this thing over here that was off. Oh, okay. Guess I fixed it somehow, accidentally, inadvertently, somethingly. Lamb. Lamb. Okay. I've been thinking about expanding it. I don't know what to add, but I'm sure I'm good think. There's actually a game I got a first one. Oh, that's nice. I vividly remember I've only ever gotten one donation on a game I've made, and it wasn't even because of me necessarily. It was because a family member of one of my teammates who worked on the game also happened to donate for the game, but that was still very nice. I think it's a bit bittersweet though, because the project that I remember getting that probably didn't. I don't think it was one of my projects that I think deserved it, but specifically because it was one of my earlier Game Jam games, and I remember that one. If I ever make a video about that one, it was a fucking clusterfuck. Let me tell you, it is a miracle that Disquietude, a game that is on my itch page, ever made it out, because it was one of the first times I ever had like a big like issue with a team member, and I had to act like an actual project lead and like mitigate arguments between people. So that was crazy, but I learned a lot from it, which is the real takeaway. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. A game I really, and I mean really, want to return to is a game I made called Purge for Purpose Destroy. I'm literally trying to think of how to make a YouTube video just talking about it, but the problem is that even me thinking about making a YouTube video just makes me want to go back and make an update for the game, even though I'm currently working on this one. It's like, yeah, my little baby game, Purge for Purpose Destroy, I think is one of the most fun games I've made from a pure gameplay perspective. It's pretty crazy what I was able to get away with there. And I know exactly what I'd update to. Like, I have an entire document for that game of, like, future content. So, even if my big game project doesn't work out, that's always a fallback. But I don't want to think about it as a fallback. I just want to think of it as another project to pick up. Maybe that'll be my, like, burnt out game, like, go back, make an update for that, feel good, you know, have a second game. Yeah. Metroidvanias are pretty nice. I'm a Silk Song Hollow Knight Metroidvania fan, but I know that I have not played any other Metroidvanias beyond them, so I feel like I'm still very much a novice when it comes to that genre. Respect it though. Oh, thank you very much for the subscription, MHL for real. Disturbing the peace. Pretty nice. Now then. Do that. Do this. Okay. Disturbing the peace. Look into my eyes and tell me the things you've been blabbering about behind my back. Disturbing the peace. Look into my... Ah, that's so much nicer. I hate that little gap up there so much, but I'll deal with it. I think what really matters is how it looks when I turn off the lights. There we go. Though, this might be the chance to point out the problem of why I needed to fill in those gaps. See that? Right there. The fog doesn't work the same if it's going into, like, the void of the night. Like, we don't have, like, a skybox right now. So, it's essentially pitch, like... It's a different color out there. Like, if I take this out of the way, you'll see what I mean. Actually, can't... Will you see what I mean? It's different. It's noticeable. And if I can notice it, someone else will probably notice it in the back of their minds, even if they don't actually say it. Anyway, okay, so I decided that the place you start missions will be on the right side here. So people go here to start a mission. People go over there to buy. Arcade / mess around area. Player rooms. Okay. I think now would be interesting. Okay. Yeah. Also, this room down here, but I never ended up using it. So, this is just a throwaway room. I guess better lighting now. This is where I need to have actual, like, for real good reference images. I mean, I have quite a bit already pulled up, but I need to look at some stuff I have bookmarked on Twitter. Let me tell you, Twitter is a great place to get reference images for game dev stuff. Let's see. Like, I love these couple of images here. They're really nice. And I want to figure out how to make, like, visuals even half as striking as this, you know? And there's a whole bunch of other stuff I have saved, but, man, just so good. So good. I think having, like, a... Oh, that's a whole nother thing. Technically, this wouldn't be something I do in this stream, but, like, audio pass. Like, for example, when you go nearby the water here, there should be, like, a running water current noise. There should be, like, water droplets, you know, rumbling. The kind of... Since this is a big open area, there should be a lot of echo and reverb to the sounds that go across the room here. So, that's a whole thing I'm, like, working on and I want to do. Okay, more reference image searching. Like, I guess, another reference image here. This one I had saved because I like the way they did the wires and lights on the ceiling there. And also just kind of parking garage. It's pretty cool, you know? Good reference, good reference. I do have a couple of bookmark stuff here that I really don't know why I have saved. Like these frogs. I think I had them saved because of, like, a potential creature design idea. But right now, that's not really that helpful. I use yeah. Okay, I'm trying to find something else here. Interesting, interesting. Let me get a better wide shot. I do like how this is coming along. I think a lot of this is lighting pass stuff, too. So, like, I started this off by trying to illuminate the things that I think are, like, the focal point of the scene. So in this case, the mission, deployment, shop. I see the problem. This left room, despite it being pretty large, there isn't necessarily a big light thing pointing you towards anything in this room. There technically is something over here, but this is not something that's immediately within line of sight. So there should be something that guides a player towards here. I guess for now, I'll just copy and paste this light and like throw it over here. Have something be like, I don't know, like a light there, a light here. Maybe make this room like really glowy. Like so. Yeah. Look at that, isn't that cool? Though I guess it won't be visible from a distance, which is why it's important to have lights leading towards the area. Though I do want to see if there's some way I can tweak with that. Because, like, from a performance standpoint, I understand why things don't, like, immediately pop into view. But I feel like there has to be some way to tweak that. That might be fog. It's the fog, I think, that does that. Maybe. Let's see. Because if I do fog... fog fade? Yeah. Walk with me for a bit. Imagine the lobby's just this. Can't see shit. We got Silent Hill over here, dude. Yeah. Fun to mess with that, though. Okay, actual fog length. Probably... Oh, wow. That is pretty noticeable when I tweak that. Hold on. Let me try to do something like this. Do the lights still do that, though? It's just, is there fog or not? I do have a light manager thing. I don't think that impacts that. Okay, shade color. Well, maybe fog start distance? Eh. I'll figure that out at a different time. Point being, lights need to guide the player there. Maybe if I make the light really big. Like here. Actually, I guess that has to do with, when, I think I mentioned this earlier, having a big white light kind of pointing at the submarine. Some effect. Okay. Trying to make this big. Make this like a yellow. And have it be angled. 0.9. And do another light that's like up here. Not angled. And you can see how we're technically faking the light being actually applied there. Let me change that, though. Hold on. Yeah, I do this one. I want to see if I can maybe make this one be a bit more wide. Maybe I can customize the size here. 1600. 700? Oh, I guess I could... intensity. There we go. I guess I haven't been using very extreme, like, intense lights so far. That's... Okay, I need to mess with the light up there. Especially because I don't know... I don't have an exact thing in mind yet for how the light is exactly being projected onto the submarine. Like, I doubt... It's not like a plant. Last time I checked, so I doubt there's just going to be a big comically large light bulb in there. I mean, I have a bunch of reference images for a submarine hangar, which are pretty helpful. Let's see. Here, I have it in my designer's chat. Let me see if I can find it. Oh. Well, I have a bunch of also reference images from Deep Rock Galactic, too. For things here as well, which is pretty helpful, actually. How do they handle lighting in their big central room? Well, they have like stuff like this. Light source. Guess. We need a better point of reference here. Because I like this. I mean, oh! It could be that the windows themselves are, like, illuminating. Like, God Ray. I should have that, actually. Hold on. God Ray? No, those are, like, particle effects. There's, like, a very specific retro graphics light blueprint. Static BP light shaft. And yes, it's glitching out like this because I had previously experimented with making the light shaft flicker. You could see band shift rate. Yeah, don't worry about that. Yeah, no, this could work. Hold on. It's gonna be a bit weird. Something like that. Sounds 2D. Actually, I should have gotten the transform of this. Paste it to you. Perfect. Yeah, now I can center you with whatever the Z value is of that. Okay, you are now perfectly centered. Using math. Okay, 350. And up in the Y value here to... I think 600? Oh, dude. Look at that. Okay, actually, no. Actually, I don't think that is exactly centered. Do it like that, and then... 610? Uh, 620. Alright, good enough. Cool. Okay, okay. Now for the bottom transform, it should be kind of going down. So something like that. Color would be like a kind of green. So opacity all off. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Ooh. So if I did like Control-C, Control-V. Okay, yeah. These edge ones here might be a bit different. The bounds. I guess divide it by 2, I guess. Nah, okay. 250? 250. 285. There we go. Control-C, Control-V. Bring you over here. Okay, let's see what this looks like. I swear I saw like a good usage of these kind of fake God Ray things before in like Full Fathom. I think right now they feel a bit too, they're like getting there. I almost feel like it would be better for the glass to have that. Let me see. If I got, like, the position of you... Control-C... Control-V... Copy... Do something like that. Center you. Bounds. Make it like this. Widen it out. Uh, 125. No. 800. Okay, slightly shrink it down. Shift to left. Ever so slightly, do a 150. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, then get rid of this side glass here. That looks way more natural already. Probably because there's an actual light source within there. Part of me wonders if I can just back this up. Like, yeah. Then maybe have the bounds here. Oops. I like that a lot. Okay, well, this is the time where I can also experiment with that, because that looks so much nicer. And even though you can't see the light from a distance, you can get the feeling that something is glowing over there, which is exactly what we're looking for. Oh, that feels good. Okay. Sick. This just looks cool. I'm really proud of the water thing I set up here. And alongside, like, the dithering and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Still don't know what I'm doing about the submarine light, though. I mean, it could just remain dark. Could just remain dark. I guess I could have it be that these things illuminating on the side are shining on the submarine itself. That could work. Or I get this blue hue here and have that be the color that's being applied to the sub instead, to give it the feeling that it's being glowed on by all of them. Let's grab this light color here. Then apply it here. I mean, that does feel more natural. I feel like maybe I should have these... Fuck it, we're dropping the pretenses. I'm pulling up Full Fathom. If you're unfamiliar with what Full Fathom is, Full Fathom has been a submarine exploration game that has been in development longer than I have ever even thought of this game idea. Yet I feel like it has remained unreleased for this entire period of time. But they also use a lot of greens here. And I remember when I was originally working on doing this window shader effects, Full Fathom was like the post on Twitter that I had saw that was like, oh shit, I should try doing that myself. But, you know, I will say, even though I am calling upon Full Fathom as a inspiration, we are different. Our submarine has guns. You fight the fish. You fight the monsters. You kind of do missions akin to games like Deep Rock, you know? As opposed to, like, Full Fathom, which is more about almost trying to progress a linear story in a roguelike survival setting. I guess we kind of have stuff like that, too. I wouldn't say roguelike, though. Who knows? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. Either way, I was looking at Full Fathom because I was specifically curious about how they do, like, big zone illumination stuff here. Okay. I think I have an idea. Alright, I'm changing the colors I'm using for these side lights here. In fact, I might just delete all of these and start over from the beginning regarding this entire lighting here. Luckily, I think all these lights are literally just easy for me to select and delete for the most part. Most of them are. I want to delete you. Don't want to delete you. I don't want to delete you. But yes, I want to delete all of you. I want to delete you. You. Which one is 15? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Delete all of these. Apply to all. And delete all of these. Way of life. Grab you. Grab you. Grab you. Okay. So pretty much lights from here to here. I think that's all of them. For the most part, yeah. Because I don't want to delete you. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Let me click on this light, pretty please. Thank you. Also gives me a chance to rename the lights over here, because you may notice I do a lot of copying and pasting, and I try to make it a habit to where I, like, name things that I know only exist in a certain room. Like the player room lights are labeled as player room lights, but I haven't done it for the submarine room here. So this is also a chance for me to redo all of that as well. Okay, I did all that. Now let's do this. Pixel lights. Oh yeah, now it's pure dark over here. For the most part. But yes. This is pretty much how it should have been looking like from the get-go here. Oh. Now we can kind of decide how we want to light up the submarine. And do more lighting stuff. I guess I could have it where there's like a light up here shining down. Though I guess in this context, when customizing the submarine, I'm imagining that like your view of the sub would be from over here. Yes, so there should probably be a light that's shining from up here down to the sub, and then also a light on the left and right there. Maybe that could be like one big projection light going onto the sub. Okay. Let me write down some notes here. Okay, so pretty much will you let me want to show? Okay, submarine has light being shined on it, originating from player from submarine customization room, lights going alongside the side of the submarine to also illuminate the underside. What else? Yeah, come up with general lighting for area. And then after that, pretty much at a good enough spot where we could probably yeah, we'll be at a good enough spot where the rest of this would be less whiteboxing of like big macro area stuff and be more like minor things like, oh, boxes, things like that, which is a whole nother process, you know? So that's something I'm looking forward to. I do like the lights here though. Some might argue that it might be a bit much and I might need to tone it down a little bit, but I like the angle of it and like the greens. Okay, so I mentioned a light shining down from here. Maybe it could be like underneath there's a light. Like literally underwater here. Underwater light or submarine? Actually, underwater submarine light. Just trying to see what that looks like. And this is what I mean when I say AI. Too much AI when I try looking up stuff like this. It's really annoying. Like, for every real image, there's like 10 fake ones. Man. Come on, guys. Shouldn't there be some way for us to be able to filter that? I know saying I hate AI is like, ooh, daring today, aren't we, take? I just get annoyed when I try looking up, like, reference images for my game, and I just have to sort through underwater nonsense. It's specifically when I look up, like, underwater or submarine, all of a sudden I get, like, a bunch of, like, AI slop. And I have to assume it's because it's a generic enough word that they're able to just spam out a bunch of annoying things. I dislike it, but welcome to the current world we live in. AI is everywhere. Love it or hate it, you have to deal with it. Everyone, buddy over here. Oh, too big. 4,000. Too big. Why? Oh, I guess 4,000 is really big. 2,000. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't even be able to notice the underwater rebar stuff I put down. Maybe I should make it angled. No, because I don't like it messing with the lighting up here. Okay, 0.5 angle. Yeah. There we go. Maybe there's like a light on the side here. That's like facing towards it. It could work. Too big. That. And it could also just be like underwater or like here. Oh, too big. Uh-oh. Comes up, another day goes by. Okay. You know what? I think I know what I want to do, but I'm kind of blanking on the execution. I guess we could take a little walk through right now and see where we've come, especially compared to where we started off. My dad started making AI art of me and some girl he thinks I have a crush on. It's really creepy. Yeah, that happens. It's, I say that happens as if that is a good answer. It's just more like right now, especially the older generation, and just like pretty, I don't know. I hate the word normie, so I'm just gonna say like regular people who don't know any better just be making like AI generated images of like whatever, and it's pretty normal. Like I play Warhammer 40k, like the tabletop real ass IRL game, and no, I am not in my 40s when I say that, but I was playing with a dude who was in his 40s, and he, for April Fools, it was I believe like the day after we were playing, and he walked up to me like during the match and he was like, hey, by the way, I sent my family these photos of me getting arrested. And he AI generated, like, for April Fools, he just AI generated himself getting arrested in, like, 100 different ways. And he was like, I was trying to see if I can get my family to believe him. And that's just, like, I feel like some part of me still feels like it's a bit weird to be doing, like, a bunch of AI stuff of yourself. Especially, like, feeding yourself to some mega structure in such a way where, like, we know it can literally takes aspects of you that you upload and integrates it into its, you know, output, but whatever. It's too much of a think piece for regular people to think about, so we just have to deal with it. It sucks, but it is what it is, I guess. Oh, that looks so good. I need to get rid of that overhang, though. Now that's annoying me. Hold on, get rid of that. There we go. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah, this is too big. Need to tone this one down slightly. Yeah, okay. I think it's good. There's still some, like, stuff here as well with, like, the player rooms right now. I haven't copied and pasted them all over for the other rooms, but I kind of want to do one room at a time, because for all I know, I might need to scooch these rooms to be a bit wider apart. Yeah. Aw. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry you have to go through that. Yeah. I wish I could offer more words of, like, wise wisdom, but I don't know, that's a sucky situation to be in. But yeah, what are you gonna do about it? I guess sucks. So, man, okay, I guess I'm kind of like reaching a kind of winding down point here. I've been kind of going at this for about like 3 hours now. I'm probably gonna take a break and then pick up on this again. So I am glad that people showed up to watch me do, you know, game development stuff. Especially, I think this is like the perfect thing for me to live stream, is whenever I'm doing these level building stuff, because it's so much of just like, you know, me doing these repetitive building tasks, and you get to see me grow things from nothing. It's better than watching me, you know, program. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. Once Benthos is up the wishlist on Steam, I'll be sure to include that in everything I ever do from all the years now to the future. Blah, 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 blah. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye-bye. 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 Arigato.